Hey everybody, it's Maddie here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to crochet this simple, easy flower stitch. You can use this stitch in so many different kinds of projects. For example, I made this one as a bookmark, but I know there's tons of other things you can do with it. This is a beginner's tutorial, so grab your yarn, grab a hook, and let's begin crocheting. To begin, we're going to start with a slip knot. And to do that, you're going to take your tail end of the yarn and you're going to cross it over like this to make a loop. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers, you're going to put it through the loop, and then you're going to grab your long piece of yarn, and then you're going to grab the two strands and you're going to pull it tight like this. So go ahead and put that on your hook, and then when you pull your long string, it should tighten it like this. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to chain 33. And to do a chain, what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over, and then we're going to pull the yarn through our loop on our hook like this. And that's your first chain. So again, you're going to yarn over and then pull it through your loop. I'll show you again. Yarn over. I'm also turning my hook from here to here as I'm pulling it in through my loop. So that's 3 chains. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're just going to continue doing that till you have 33 chains. Okay, I finished my 33 chains, and from here we're going to add a row of single crochet. So to do that, you're going to insert your hook through the second chain from your hook. So not this one, but this one. You're going to insert your hook, we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to pull up a loop as we bring our hook out of that chain. You'll then have 2 loops on your hook. You're just going to yarn over and you're going to pull through both loops. And that's your first single crochet. So let's move on to the next chain, which is this one right here. We're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull up our loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. And there's our second single crochet. Let's do that again. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. And there's 3. We're going to continue doing single crochets till we make it to the end of our chains. Okay, I've made it to the end. I just have one more chain, which I need to do my single crochet in. So inserting my hook, yarning over, pulling up a loop. And before I pull my yarn through this last single crochet, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut off our white yarn because we're going to be inserting our green next, because this next row will have all of our leaves. I have my green yarn here. I'm just going to place it on my hook, and then I'm going to use that to pull through the last 2 loops on that single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie a knot here where these 2 tails are with the green and that white that we cut off. I'm just going to go ahead and tie a couple knots just so that's secure in place. We'll sew in these ends later. I just wanted to tie a knot just so it's secure. I'm now going to be turning my work and skipping this first and second single crochet. We're going to go into that 3rd one, and we're going to do a V-stitch, which is 2 double crochets separated by 1 chain. And to do that, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook through the 3rd stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And that's a double crochet. So let's go ahead and chain 1, and we'll do 1 more double crochet in that same stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And there's your V-stitch. We're going to go ahead and we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to go ahead and we're going to skip 2 of the single crochets, and then we're just going to go straight into that 3rd one from our first V-stitch that we made. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. There's our first double crochet of this V-stitch. Go ahead and chain 1, and let's do another double crochet in that same stitch. Again, we're going to chain 2, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna skip the 2 single crochets, and then we'll go into that 3rd one from our last V-stitch that we made, and we'll make a V-stitch in that stitch. So let's do our double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2, and then skipping the 2 single crochets, we'll do another V-stitch in that 3rd one. This is what this row is starting to look like. As you can see, these are like the little leaves, and then we'll add our flower in the middle of those V-stitch. And then we're just gonna continue this, skipping every 2 single crochets, and then doing a V-stitch till we make it to the end of this round. Okay, I've made it to the end of the round, and you should have 1 single crochet left, and you should have done 10 V-stitches. Go ahead and chain 1, and then we're gonna do a double crochet in this last single crochet. And in the last single crochet, we're gonna do a double crochet, but we're gonna stop when we get to this point. I'll show you. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, so you have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you're just gonna stop there when you have the 2 loops left on your hook, because now we're gonna switch over to our pink color, or peach. I'm using peach today for my flower color. So go ahead and cut your green, and then we're gonna take our pink yarn, make a loop, and then we're gonna pull that through the last 2 loops of green that we had on our hook. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and tie the 2 strands we have together in a couple knots just to secure it. We're gonna turn our work, and now we're gonna be working the flowers in these V-stitches where that chain 1 space is, and we're making a cluster in each one. So I'll show you how to do that. We're gonna yarn over, insert your hook through the V, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're gonna leave these 2 loops on your hook, and we're gonna yarn over again, insert your hook through the V, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and we'll do that one more time. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're gonna do that till you have 4 loops on your hook, like I do here, and you're just gonna yarn over and pull through all 4. And then you're gonna chain 2. 1, and there's our first flower. So we're gonna do another cluster in this next V-stitch. So we're gonna yarn over, insert our hook, and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we'll do it again. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, you're just gonna do the same, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, go through 2, till you have the 4 loops on your hook, and then you're just gonna yarn over and pull through all 4. Chain 2, 1, 2, and we'll go to the next V-stitch. And once you have the 4 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. And here's our flowers. You're gonna go ahead and continue this all the way down to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back up there. Okay, I've made it to the end of the row. I'm gonna go ahead and chain 2. And then on top of these 3 chains we have, we're just gonna do a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull 2, and then stop there once you have the 2 loops on your hook, and we're gonna change back to white, and we're gonna add another row of single crochets to the top of our flowers. You can go ahead and cut your yarn, and then we're gonna take our new color and we're gonna pull it through the last 2 loops, and then go ahead and chain 2. And then again, I'm gonna tie these 2 strings together a couple times. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn our work, and then we're gonna add our single crochets. This first space, we're gonna add 2 single crochets. So we're gonna insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. There's a single crochet. We'll do another one in here, just like that. And then for the petal, you can look up top and you should have 2 stitches, and we're just gonna insert our yarn through the first one, and we'll do a single crochet in that. And then there should be another one, and you'll do another single crochet in there. And once you come to a big space, you'll do 2. And then the top of the flower, you'll do 2 in the 2 stitches. Here's another big space, so we'll do 2 in this one. And then we'll find the 2 stitches up top on the flowers. Go ahead and finish that all the way down to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back up when I'm done. Okay, I've made it to the end of the row, and you should have your 3 chains that we made at the beginning of our flower row, and we're gonna do 2 single crochets in between that space. So there's 1 and 2. This is what it should look like. This is so pretty. I love this. And then this is optional, but I'm gonna do single crochets all the way around here just so I can stitch in these ends without having to sew them in. And also it kind of creates a really nice seamless look. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna put 3 more single crochets in this space, which we already put the 2 single crochets in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then in this space right here, I'm gonna do a few single crochets. I'm not really counting them because they don't really need to be precise. I'm just gonna do single crochets all the way around. Let me see, I'll do 1 more in this space. Yeah, so I did 4 in this green space here. I'm just gonna add 1 more single crochet in this white area. And I'm also stitching in these ends as I'm going around. So let's do 1 more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I'm actually gonna do a slip knot into this next stitch right here, just to help fade out those single crochets. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut my white, pull out my string, tighten that. This just kind of gives it like that seamless look, and I love that because I'm actually going to use this as a bookmark. But there's so many different things you can make with these flower stitches. You can even make like a headband. I've seen people make headbands with it. It's so cute. Since I went ahead and stitched in these 2 strands, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. I'll have to weave in this white string though. And then for this other side, I'm gonna do the same thing because I have all these strings I gotta do something with. I'm just gonna stick my hook through one of these stitches, and then I'm gonna grab some yarn, pull it up, and then do 2 chains. And then I'm gonna tie that string that I just pulled through with one of the other strings. Just gonna tie a knot here. And this does look like a mess, but we'll clean it up. I'm just gonna do some single crochets right in the space where the green and the white is. I did a somewhat good job on this side. Not very good. I probably should have just sewed that in and then did some single crochets, but I think it still looks good. I'm just gonna sew in these last white strings and then I'll be done. Here's the finished flower stitch. There are so many different color combinations you could do with this, and you do so many different colored flowers. I think a purple one would look so pretty. I've recently really enjoyed the flower stitch because I mean, look at it. It's so pretty, and plus it's fun. I'm gonna use mine as a bookmark, but anyway, let me know what you're gonna use this stitch for in your next project. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!